In the words of Joe Buck, finally, football. We are underway here from West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's the Ocean State Bluehawks, the New England Bulldogs. The second game in New England Football League spring history here from, once again, West Roxbury High School. And a return here by the Bluehawks. Trying to cut away, and he'll get out of bounds about the 20-yard line. It's number 27. We'll get your names as we go along here. So we're getting underway here. We welcome you all in to West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's the New England Bulldogs and the Ocean State Bluehawks. Bulldogs won the toss. They defer to the second half, so we'll see the offense for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Their first drive in franchise history. Expansion franchise for the NFL, founded by Rhody Ravens owner Chris Duarte, who was also a former Bulldog quarterback, playing against his former team here today, West Roxbury High School. A lot of talent for both of these teams. Of course, Bulldogs, you might see it on your screen, you might not. A lot of these guys are from the Windsor Flyers, who just coming off the 2025 New England Football League North Atlantic Division Championship over the Haverhill Hitmen this past summer. And why? You might be asking yourself, well, why are they wearing their Flyer jerseys? Well, folks, the simple answer here is that the New England Bulldogs were unable to get their uniforms prior to the first game. And I will leave it at that. We will start the first drive here. The ball is at about the, looks like about the 23-yard line. That's where we will start this one off. Welcome into the first ever New England Football League spring season here from West Roxbury. The second ever game being played. Duarte is in the shotgun. And Nate Hudson in the backfield. And a false start to start it off. Not a start that the Ocean State Bulldogs wanted to have. As I mentioned, the Bulldogs are founded by Rhody Ravens owner and former Bulldogs quarterback Chris Duarte. A few of his family members as well. You have Yannick Duarte, him and both Duarte brothers, I believe they're brothers. Both played for the New England Bulldogs way back in 2024. And then they added somebody else to go along with them. They have Giovanni, I think I have the name. Giovanni Duarte, also part of the Ocean State Bluehawks here in 2026, excuse me. Getting my dates mixed up. So we start the game with a false start. It's first down and 15. Well, now back at the 18-yard line. We're getting underway here from West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. About 25 minutes outside of Boston. High snap, handoff, and what a wrap up there. Immediately by the Bulldog defense. And who else would it be besides number 6, Nick Selig, coming away with the first big play of the game for this Bulldog defense. Again, Nick Selig, you see him there, one of the former Windsor Flyers, as I mentioned earlier. They won the 2025 North Atlantic Division Championship game over the Haverhill Hitmen. That game was played at PAL Field, Police Athletic League Field in New Britain, Connecticut. Haverhill then went on to win nationals. So, actually, the Haverhill did go on to win nationals, but I meant to say the Windsor Flyers went on to win nationals. So, congratulations to the Windsor Flyers. Unfortunately, they have also gone on hiatus. They will not be returning for the summer, of 2026, and who knows if they'll return for the summer of 2027. If you're just joining us here, where have you been? Thank you for joining in. I'm Stephen Earle. We are here for the second game, maybe the third game, depending on what time the game between the Northside Knights and the Middlesex Kennedy 49ers started. We already had the first ever game for the NFL spring season, first ever NFL spring season. We saw the Rhode Island Ducks defeat the Boston Chargers 28-6 earlier today out in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We second down along here for the Bluehawks. Ball is back around the 18-yard line. Duarte fakes, rolling out. Pumps, chucking it down the field. Has a man. The pass is almost intercepted. And number 2 there, the defender, was the only one there. Intended, looks like, for Brian Torres, the other number 2 for the Ocean State Bluehawks. But instead, it's going to be a long third down coming up here for the Bluehawks on their first drive in franchise history. And just getting started here from West Roxbury, Massachusetts. If you're just joining us, where have you been? That was the first pass play for Chris Duarte here today. Almost intercepted our number 2. We'll try to get your numbers as we go along here. But for now, it will be third down and a long way to go here. Which is about third down 16 here for the Bluehawks. Duarte in the shotgun. They'll actually have a running back in the backfield here with him on third down, which should be about 16. Let's see. They can convert here with the Bulldogs defense. They make a big stop, start this one off. Duarte is in the shotgun here on third down and long. I see Selig there showing blitz, and he'll back up. Corte will roll out to his right. Throwing down the sideline. He has a man. The pass is caught. What a catch. Number 27 out of bounds in midfield. And what a conversion there for Ocean State on 3rd and 17. They get about 32 yards. That was a huge pass play. A nice catch, by the way, number 27. Let's see if we can get you a name here. And we're not able to at the moment, so we will get you a name as soon as we can here, folks. Stay tuned. So we are just getting started here. But a huge 3rd down conversion there for the Ocean State Bluehawks. With the ball at midfield. And the catch there again by number 27. And they officially actually put the ball at the 44-yard line. Nonetheless, it's a first down for the Bluehawks on 3rd down 17. They still got about 27 yards on that pass play. So it was enough for 2 first downs right there. And a good start for the Ocean State Bluehawks in their first drive in franchise history. Once the I'll show you right here, folks. Bluehawks are in the huddle. Once they come out of the huddle, it'll be first down at the 44-yard line. And it's 27-yard pass play to number 27 on 3rd and 17. Here we go. First down for the Bluehawks at their own 44. Duarte, pressure, throws to the sideline. Pass is bobbled. And again, number 2 almost had an interception. We have a flag down, our second one actually here. And then again, number 2 for the New England Bulldogs, almost coming away with an interception there. Pass intended once again for Brian Torres. That's the second time Duarte went for Torres. 2 unable to connect. And now we have a flag. Let's see what's against here. A point at the Bulldogs. So it is going to be on the defense here. So now it's a roughing the passer here against the Bulldogs. That's 15 yards, another first down here for the Bluehawks. And now they move for the first time into Bulldog territory. Good start here for the expansion Bluehawks. Again, founded by Rhody Ravens owner and quarterback, former Bulldogs quarterback at that, Chris Duarte. Duarte leading the Rhody Ravens to the ECFL. Remember that league? The East Coast Football League Single A Championship games in summer of 2025. They'll lead the Bluehawks to the NAFL Spring Championship, the first one ever. There are no conferences here in the NAFL Spring Division, folks. Everybody plays each other. There is one champion that will be crowned in June. Just in case you were wondering. So it's another first down. Ball is now officially about at the Bulldog 41-yard line. And a free play. Duarte is going to roll out. And now they're going to blow the whistle. So it's going to be a false start here against the Bulldogs. Actually, it's an offside. It is against the Bulldogs. And if you go back to last season, folks, we question this all the time. Why do they not give him the free play there? It's an offside. It should be a free play against the Bulldogs. Should give the Bluehawks a chance here to do something. But instead, nothing going. It'll be 1st and 5. Ball should be about the 36-yard line. Scoreless game here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us here, either on the NEFL 1 live stream or on the pre-recorded YouTube broadcast, I'm Stephen Err. It's our first ever broadcast for NEFL 1 in the spring of 2026. New England Football League founded in 1994. First time they're playing spring ball. Over all the teams here as we continue on here. For now, we have a first down and 5 after the offside penalty against the Bulldogs. Turn it back to the backfield. Duarte is in the shotgun. And they'll hand it off here, number 27. And he is going to be wrapped up after a short game. So second down coming up. So again, 27 had that big 27-yard pass play on 3rd down and 17 earlier on in this drive. There's something there. Well, actually, there's nothing there per game. So as I mentioned, folks, there is one conference in spring, NEFL spring season. Everybody will play each other. There will be one champion. And those teams are these 2 teams right here, the Ocean State Bluehawks and the New England Bulldogs. The Middlesex 49ers, we're playing out of the Chelsea area in Boston. Boston Chargers, Rhode Island Ducks. Let me think I can remember other ones. The Northside Knights, founded by former Bulldog owner Todd Barreto, who actually dropped the team. The team actually folded, the Bulldogs did, prior to the season because Todd Berto wanted to do something closer to home at upstate New York. So that's why he started the Northside Knights. The team was bought back by Evan Robideau. And now here they are, trying to get their first victory here in 2026. So for now, it is second down. Let's see if we can see the marker. I don't see the marker anywhere around here. And Duarte going to roll out. Pups going down the field. Has a man wide open. The pass is dropped. And who's to say that wouldn't have been a touchdown for the Ocean State if he caught that? Can't see who the intended receiver was there, but that was a gimme there. Looks like number 7 was the intended receiver. And that was so close. It'll be third down now for, now you're seeing that marker over there. Third down here for the Bluehawks. Be third and about 6 or 7 here. Bulldogs trying to make that stop. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Oh, it's actually about third down. It's about 4 actually. So it's a little shorter than we thought. Third and about 4 here for the Bluehawks. Trying to score on their first offensive drive in franchise history. And Duarte fakes pressure, rolling out. You got to watch out from behind. And he's going down. Right up there by number 70 for the Bulldogs, and that's a big stop for the Bulldog defense, forcing a 4th down. They're giving up a 27-yard pass play on 3rd and 17, and let's 3rd down. They get some yards back. And it looks like the Bluehawks are going for it on 4th down. First 4th down conversion here for the Ocean State Bluehawks in franchise history. Might be the first ever 4th down attempt here in NFL spring history as well. Ball is at the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down about 7. Duarte has a running back in the backfield. 3 receivers set, top of your screen. Duarte throws, short passes caught. And he has some work to do. Going on the sideline. Looks like he got the first down and more. Still going out of bounds. Inside the 30 near the 25-yard line. And it's another huge conversion for the Ocean State Bluehawks. First on 3rd down, now on 4th down. And they keep the drive alive. They're at the, looks like about the Bulldog 20. So smooth drive here for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Started off here. Trying to see where the ball is. It is inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st down here. Once again for the Bluehawks. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. A very frigid night here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. About 25 minutes outside of Boston. And it'll be 1st down here for the Ocean State Bluehawks. That's converting on 4th down. Ball at the Bulldog, about the 18, 19-yard line. Duarte, lay handoff, big hole up the middle. Dragging defenders inside the 10, and he's going to set up a 1st and goal. Huge runner for the big man. I can't see what number it was, but it's a 1st and goal for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Inside the 10-yard line. Needed to get to the 9-yard line. It looks like they are inside the 5. They're about the 4-yard line. So it is officially 1st and goal for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Trying to score here on the New England Bulldog defense. That almost come away with not just 1, but 2 interceptions by number 2 alone. And I promise you, when we go to our first pause here, well, first I'll zoom in the camera so you get a better view. And second, I will get you the name of number 2, the cornerback here. You see him far side of your screen for the Bulldogs. Almost came away with 2 interceptions early in this drive. 1st and goal from the 4. Another free play. And now they're going to blow it dead. Duarte lost the football, and it's going to be now you're calling a false start here against Ocean State. It'll be first and goal from the 9-yard line. For a second there, it looked like it's going to be another offside against the Bulldogs. Would have been the second one here on this first drive. But instead, it's a false start, and they'll back up 5. First to goal from the 9-yard line, which is the original first down marker where they needed to get on that run by the big man. They got about 5 more yards than that, and then they just lost those 5 yards right there. Scoreless game. You're watching the broadcast between the Ocean State Bluehawks and New England Bulldogs here in the opening weekend of the first ever spring 2026 New England Football League season. My name is Stephen Hurd. Thank you all for joining us here from West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Very frigid night. Temperatures in the 40s, but the wind is picking up, and even a pair of gloves can't save us now. First and goal officially from the 9-yard line after the false start. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. Duarte. Sets up, and down he goes. Once again, it's Nick Selig. Come away with a big play. And it'll be a longer 3rd and goal coming up here for Ocean State now. Nick Selig, known for making big plays like this his entire career, both with the Windsor Flyers and the Worcester Wildcats, as well as another former New England Bulldog, who he's still with now. He was with the Bulldogs in the spring of 2025, I do believe, as well as 2024. Joined the Flyers for the 2025 season because they were close to his home in Worcester, only about an hour away. Wound up winning his championship with the Flyers last summer. 3rd down and goal. Ball is way back at the 20. So let's see. The Bulldogs can make one more big stop here on defense. Or if Ocean State can make another big play on offense. They've seen a couple of those already. Go back to the 3rd down and 17 early on in the drive. 27-yard pass play to number 27. Gave him a first down. Now on 4th down, they were able to convert on another big run. Another big pass play that was. Now 2 big plays by the Bulldog defense. 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line. Duarte rolling out. Chucking it to the end zone, and the pass is knocked away. Bulldog defense coming away with a big play there. That'll be 4th and goal here from the 20. Let's see if the Bluehawks go for it again here. Already went for it once on 4th down. Were able to convert. Now it looks like Ocean State is going to go for it here on 4th down from the 20-yard line. And a little trash talk going on between these two teams, meeting for the first time ever. Of course, this is the first ever meeting between these two because it's the first ever game for the Ocean State Bluehawks. And the Bluehawks will call a timeout. That's our first timeout here in the spring 2026 New England Football League season. We'll be right back. We're on YouTube and on the live stream. 4th and goal from the 20-yard line for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Already converted once on 4th down. So they can convert here with the Bulldogs and make another stop. Duarte loses the football. Picks it up. Steps up. Scrambling. And down he goes. Way back at the 30. And number 70 gets 2nd sack on this first drive. And the Bulldog defense get the first big stop of the night. Their offense coming back out. When we come back, you're watching the New England Football League spring season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Somehow the Bluehawks still have it here. Now it's 4th down, they're calling it. That was 4th down just moments ago, but now they're going to say it's 4th down and goal. Way back at the ball's at about the 32-yard line. Duarte steps up, going deep to the end zone. The pass is intercepted. And the Bulldog defense making the first big play of the game. So on a 4th down and goal, Bulldog defense come away with the first big play of the game, and their offense come out for the first time. And we'll take another pause here on the YouTube. Stay tuned. Bulldog offense coming back when we come back. The number 2 was the come with the interception. Again, he had a couple chances to get the interceptions on that first drive, and he finally comes away with one on 4th down and goal way back at the 30-yard line. And then the quarterback here for the New England Bulldogs is former Southern Vermont Storm quarterback and former Bulldog quarterback Curtis Dowers. Will hand off here on 1st down, and it's former Windsor Flyer running back Jakarian Brown, who led the NFL in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. He led it in every rushing category last year. Once again, the Flyers went on to win the 2025 New England Football League North Atlantic Division Championship game as they defeated Haverhill Hitman. Well, that's the first play for the Bulldogs here in 2026. The run by Jakarian Brown, last year's 2025 NFL leading rusher. He's in the backfield again here on 2nd down. Curtis Dowers in the shotgun. Again off here again to Brown. Brown finds the hole to the outside. And he go drag defenders and get out near the 30-yard line. Let's see if they give him the 1st down. Not sure if they will. Pitch to place the ball at the 29-yard line. And they do give the Bulldogs their first down. So the 1st down for the Bulldogs, now at their own 29-yard line after 2 runs here by Jakarian Brown. Dowers again in the shotgun, and Brown once again in the backfield. Dowers going to throw for the first time. Throw, the pass is caught. Number 1 is Haniel Jeremy, formerly the New England Black Panthers, and Jeremy gets out near midfield. And a huge first play on offense here from the passing game of the New England Bulldogs. And the pass caught once again, Haniel Jeremy, number 1. Short pass from Curtis Dowers, who was the New England Bulldogs quarterback last year, led the Southern Vermont Storm to the 2024 New England Football League Championship game in a 10-7 loss against the the Middleborough Cobras. Got my Cobra teams mixed up here with the Arena Football. Looking to lead the Bulldogs here, and on his first pass play, big chunky yards. They officially put the ball at the 46, so he is still around midfield. 1st down Bulldogs at the 46. And another handoff here to Brown. Excuse me, that's Selig. Selig's going to take the handoff here, and you're going to get hit hard. And a flag's coming in. I do believe this might be a hold here against the Bulldogs. And there's another former Windsor Flyers All-Star there, number 11, Keenan Collins. Was not suited up prior to the game. I didn't think he was going to play, but there he is, number 11. Look for him to get some passes here from Dowers here today. And again, for those just joining us here, where have you been? And again, if you're wondering why the Bulldogs are wearing Windsor Flyer uniforms, for reasons I don't want to talk about here on the broadcast, folks, the New England Bulldogs were unable to get their uniforms prior to this opening game. It's not anybody's fault. Well, it is somebody's fault, but we won't go there because we don't talk about that type of stuff here on the NFL broadcasts. So he's 1st down and long here. And the Bluehawks will call their first timeout. That's their 2nd timeout. So we will be right back once again right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Bluehawks have used 2 of their timeouts already here, and we're still in the 1st quarter. So let's see how that affects them for the rest of this half. Now it's 1st and long after the holding call against the Bulldogs. Dowers going to throw over the middle. There he is, Keenan Collins with his first catch as a New England Bulldog, and he'll get out to about the 48-yard line. As I mentioned, folks, expect him to get a lot of catches here with the New England Bulldogs this spring season, and there's his first. Again, one of many catches there for Keenan Collins. So I'm sure we'll get a lot more of those as the season progresses. Placing the ball. Looks like they placed the ball around midfield. Looks like Collins had gotten down to about the 48-yard line. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the 1st quarter. We're scoreless, but the Bulldogs are moving on. Their first offensive drive. So we'll take a break right back for the second quarter. You're watching the NFL 1 right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Start of the second quarter, everybody. We're scoreless. The New England Bulldogs and the Ocean State Bluehawks here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The second game in NFL spring history. Curtis Dowers in the quarterback. Low snap. Dowers going to roll out. Throws short pass caught by Jacarian Brown. And Brown picking up plenty of yards. And he is down. Ball might be out. Let's see. He's down inside the 40. Did he lose the football? No, that's just the Bulldogs cheering because Jacarian Brown now has touched the ball 3 times. That's his first catch of the game. And that was a low snap. Dowers had to scramble to do something, and Jacarian Brown was like, hey, I'm wide open right here, right for you. And he took that ball into Ocean State territory. Ball is now at the 38-yard line. Got a gain of about 14 yards. The Bulldogs now inside enemy territory for the first time tonight, first time this season. Not the first time in franchise history. That would be the Bluehawks, who were in enemy territory for the first time in franchise history earlier on. Unfortunately, they couldn't convert. From a first and goal from the 4 to a fourth and goal from the 30. First down here for the Flyers, for the Bulldogs. Dowers throws short pass caught. There's Jeremy again. Haniel Jeremy is wrapped up. And there's Brian Torres. Listed as a receiver playing a little defense here, wrapping up Jeremy after maybe a game of 1 on that one. Brian Torres was caught pregame eating some Chipotle, enjoying himself a bowl. Ian Texdune, owner of the Boston Chargers, who was here in attendance, said, you're going to feel that after. And he said simply, I'm built for this. So we will see if Brian Torres is so far so good. I mean, he did make that tackle, so he does look like he's built for this. Be second down here for the Bulldogs. Actually looks like I got a gain 1 on that play, like I said. And Dowers hands off here, new running back here, number 2, cutting to the outside, and he will be brought down. Now the ball might come out. Let's see. And I can say it's still Bulldog football. No fumble on the play. Ocean State bench was cheering like the fumble had just occurred. Number 2 taking a carry there. And he'll get a, looks like about a gain of 3. Ball's now at the 35. It'll be third down here for the Bulldogs. Scoreless game here in the second quarter. For those just joining us here, I'm Stephen Err. This is the second ever game in the New England Football League's first ever spring season. Earlier today, a 1 o'clock kickoff from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, saw the first ever game in NFL spring history as the Rhode Island Ducks defeated the Boston Chargers 28-6. Third down here for the Bulldogs. Number 2 in the backfield again. Dowers is in the shotgun. 2 receivers bottom of your screen. Dowers pumps, throws, short pass is intercepted. Ocean State gets one back. It looks like it's picked by Brian Torres. And Torres is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Ocean State. No flags. The first touchdown in Ocean State Bluehawks history is a pick 6. And we have our first score of the game here in West Roxbury. It's 6-0 Ocean State. And we just talked about Brian Torres said he was built for this after being caught eating a Chipotle bowl prior to the game. And he proved it right there on that play. Made a diving interception. It looked like it might have been bobbling, caught by Jeremy, but instead, he got up before Jeremy touched him and took it all the way. Now both teams have a turnover, but it's the Bluehawks come away with the touchdown. What a way to start it off here in the second quarter. Here at frigid West Roxbury. And I guess you could say, folks, things are heating up here because I don't even feel the heat on my fingers. And I got word that Bulldogs kicker Avi Schwimmer is not here today. Of course, another former Windsor Flyer. He's not here today. And I'm not sure if the Ocean State Bluehawks have a kicker themselves. They might be just going for 2 here every time. Let's see. Let's look at what they're doing right here. 6-0 Ocean State. A pick 6 by Brian Torres to start it off here in the second quarter. That was after the Ocean State first drive on offense stalled. Started with a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Wound up being a 4th and goal from the 30. Wound up being an interception thrown by Chris Duarte. Ocean State's defense gets one back. And that's where we stand right now. Here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. 6-0. And it looks like the Bulldogs. The Bluehawks are going to go for 2 here, trying to make it 8-0 game here in the second. Of course, we have no running clock here, so we were going off what the referee told us. We will let you know when the 2-minute warning hits. 2-point conversion on the way for Ocean State. Here in motion. Head off here. And he will walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Number 6 for Ocean State, making it an 8-0 game. Brian Torres with the pick 6 to get the first score of the game here from West Roxbury. More to come when we come back. You're watching the NEFL 1 here on YouTube and on the live stream. 8-0 Ocean State Bluehawks on top of the New England Bulldogs here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. And the ball will hit the ground, no bounce. Number 2 will take it for the Bulldogs. He has the room to run. There he goes. Flag is down. 2 flags are down, and number 2 is down inside the 45. But this one is coming back. We got 2 flags down here at the 35-yard line. So this one is for sure coming back. Should be a hold against the Bulldogs. But they'll come back out, trying to bounce back after Dowers threw that pick 6 on the last play. We're here in the second quarter here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Ocean State Bluehawks and New England Bulldogs. NEFL 1 Spring 2026 season. I see the Bulldogs backing it up here. We'll get the call from the official. Legal blindside block against the Bulldogs. Back them up quite a bit here. Well, they had the ball in their midfield. Now they'll be back deeper in their own territory. Let's see where they place the football. And they're going to place it at about the 18-yard line. So about half the distance penalty here for the Bulldogs. Trying to bounce back into that pick 6 from Brian Torres. First down for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 18-yard line after the penalty. Now hands off here to Brown. Brown cut to the outside. Ja'Carrion Brown following blockers, and he'll get out near the 40. Huge run there for the 2025 NEFL leading rusher. And a big first down for the Bulldogs. Another drive looking pretty good so far. That's a gain of about 23. Well, 22 officially. Ball's at the 39-yard line. So number 22 gets 22. And you see the ref waving his arm circular motion, which means runs that clock. That's exactly what we'll do here. Not sure how much time. We don't know how much time is left, but we'll let you know as soon as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Bulldogs trying to tie this game now. It's 8-0 Ocean State. First down at the 39. Brown is in the backfield again. Dowers again in the shotgun. And the lay handoff here to Brown. Brown going to cut it to the outside. Where he has a hole. Needs a block. Spinning away into Bulldog territory to the 47. So he didn't get the block he needed, but he was able to spin away from the defender. Get about an extra 2 yards. And for the second time, the Bulldogs are in enemy territory. And it's a first down for New England. 8-0 Ocean State here in the second quarter. You're watching NEFL 1 Spring 2026 action here on YouTube and on the live stream. I'm Stephen R. We are here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. And a first down after the run there by Jakarian Brown. Ball officially at the 47. And Selig now in the backfield here. Number 2 in motion. They're going to give it to number 2. He's going to cut to the outside. And he will be wrapped up after getting to about the 44-yard line. We got a gain of 3. So a short gain there for number 2. He's already had a couple carries here today. Hey, nothing. Ocean State on top. Ball officially at the 45, so a gain of 2. On the carry there by number 2. And we have no way of knowing how much time is left here in the first half. But once we hit the 2-minute warning, we'll let you know. Lone scored the game, a pick 6 by Brian Torres on the Bulldogs' first offensive drive. Now number 2 will line outside. Here on second down in about 7 or 8. Dowers throws short, and the screen is caught there. Can't see who it is, but he's going down the sideline. And finally knocked out of bounds inside the 40, about the 39-yard line. Looks like it might be Keenan Collins' his second catch. I'm not sure, though, that ball hit the ground or not. Looked like it might have. And we can't confirm that was Keenan Collins' second catch of the game. That'll be third down for the Bulldogs. Big third down here, ball at the 40-yard line. Call it third down, about 4 here. And Dowers going to hand off here. Selig now going to take it. Selig going to get the first down and more. Spinning away. Selig still going. Bring defenders with him inside the 30. Still going. And finally about down at about the 28-yard line. What a run there for Nick Selig. He's got a couple big plays on defense here. And now getting in on the offensive side of the ball for the Bulldogs. That's a first down. Big third down conversion here for the Bulldogs. Trying to tie this game here in the second quarter. We're going to follow the ball here. Try to keep along with it. And the ball is officially, again, at the 28-yard line. First down, New England. 8-0 Ocean State on top. Won't score the game. A pick 6 by Brian Torres on the last drive. First down for the Bulldogs at the 28-yard line. Dowers lost it, picks it up. Now has plenty of time. Going to the end zone, has a man. The pass is tipped and almost intercepted. 2 defenders there for Ocean State. Can't see, looks like number 30 is the intended receiver here. And we have one of the Bluehawks are down, so we will step aside. So after the injury, it'll be second down and 10. Ball again is at the 28-yard line. 8-0 Ocean State on top. Dowers hands off here to Brown. Brown breaking off one tackle and falling forward inside the 25. They'll bring up third down here for the Bulldogs. Again, trying to tie this game as we are nearing the end of the first half here, I do believe, here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Ocean State Bluehawks lead at 8-0. The Ocean State can make another big play on defense. Third down for the Bulldogs. Low snap and a flag, and they're going to blow this one dead. It should be a full start here. And it is against the Bulldogs, so it'll be third down and longer here. Coming up. 8-0 Ocean State here. Again, no sense of time here in this one thus far. We don't know how much time is left here in the first half or anything like that, but we'll let you know as soon as we know. Ball's out about the 26-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 here, coming up here. Third down and 8 for the Bulldogs at the 26. Sell again in the backfield. Dowers in shotgun. And a false start here against the right tackle. Number 70. They're down even longer now for the Bulldogs. It'll be 3rd down and about 13. All the place at the 30, so it's actually officially 3rd down and 12 here coming up. And the referee, you see him. We might not have seen him, but he's checking his watch to see how much time we have left here in the first half. Third down and 12 here for the Bulldogs. Trying to tie this game for the end of the half. Low snap, Dowers, pressure, rolling out. Gotta get rid of it. Throws to the sideline, the pass is incomplete. Intended for Matthew Morrison. And it's a 4th down coming up here for the Bulldogs. We already saw Ocean State go for it twice on 4th down. Will the Bulldogs try to match him here? Remember, Avi Schwimmer, their kicker, is not here today. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there for the Bulldogs. It'll be 4th down and about 13. And now the referees are actually going to 3rd down. I thought that was a 3rd down on that play there. So this will actually be 3rd down here. Ball's at the 30-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 12 once again. Third down and 12. Dowers in the shotgun. Number 2 is in the backfield. Low snap again. Dowers pumps, throwing to the sideline. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Keenan Collins, couldn't reach him, and now it's 4th down for the Bulldogs. And now it looks like that was a 4th down, as I thought it was. And so Ocean State will come out. We will stick here with you, folks. Bluehawks now come back on offense. Just their 2nd drive here on offense, looking to extend on their 8-0 lead. Bulldogs came away with a big stop on the Bluehawks' first offensive drive, trying to do something again here. Hey, nothing Ocean State here as we near the end of the first half. And there's number 2 who had the interception on that 4th down and goal from the 30-yard line earlier on. So basically at the 30-yard line. The Bluehawks asking for a receiver, and there is number, letter X, the X factor coming in. We got an X, we got a $sign as well. Nate Isom is wearing a $sign here for the Bluehawks tonight. Not sure, we haven't seen him carry any balls yet as far as I'm concerned. Ocean State takes over 1st down at the 30-yard line after the 4th down fail by the Bulldogs offense. North the hands off here. Can't see the number there, and down to about the 34-yard line, only gain a few there. Bluehawks only have 1 timeout left to do anything with it. I do have an 8-0 lead. However, the Bulldogs And there it is, folks. There's the 2-minute warning. 8-0 Bluehawks trying to extend their lead. We'll be right back right here on YouTube and on the live stream. 2-minute warning here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The Ocean State Bluehawks lead the New England Bulldogs 8-0. And a handoff here, and it looks like Ocean State's just going to take this to the half. If I were them, I would try and score here. You take a 2-score lead at half, you don't have to worry about the Bulldogs getting the ball back to start the second half because they won the toss and the day deferred. The Bulldogs are getting the ball to start the second half. And both of their drives, pretty promising drives. But Ocean State doesn't look like they're too worried about anything, really. And they only have one timeout left here in the first half. That's been their defense who has really kept them on top here. Of course, you got the pick 6 by Brian Torres earlier on. Despite being down 8-0, it's been the Bulldogs offense who have been the more impressive one here tonight. So now it's third down for Ocean State. Perhaps the chance the Bulldogs get the ball back before the end of the half. They have to make a stop, and we got a flag, and we got a full start against Ocean State. So we're going to have even longer third down here for the Bluehawks. There you go. The ref's trying to. Well, Glenn is no here. That is a full start, and we'll bring it back another 5 yards. It's the third down and long. Come out here for Ocean State. And one timeout left. They have an 8-0 lead, but the Bulldogs get the ball to start the second half. And now you have the question is, will the Bulldogs get the ball back here before the end of the half? Third and long here for Ocean State here. Up 8-0. Under 2 minutes left here in the half. Duarte. Pressure, rolling out. Steps up, and now he's going to, let's see. Going to throw it down the field. Has the man. The pass is almost intercepted again. And once again, number 2. His third would-be interception of the night. Can't come away with that one. Would have been his second of the night officially, but that's his third dropped one of the night. And the Bulldog defense does make the stop here at the end of the half, and they'll get the ball back here with all 3 timeouts and a minute and change. And it looks like the Bluehawks, are going for it here on 4th down. They might be getting the ball back to the Bulldogs. The ref signals that we're running the clock here with extra field position. Now Duarte comes off the field, so it looks like the Bluehawks, will be punting. Now number 2 back deep, and looks like he nailed Jeremy as well, number 1 for the Bulldogs, except his punt. Bulldogs are going to start with excellent field position here to start this last drive of the half, or what could be the last drive of the half. And short punt here. They're going to start with even better field position now. That one is going to roll out of bounds, I believe. Now the Bulldogs are arguing that the ball was touched by the Bulldogs and it should be their ball. The Bulldogs will start with the ball around midfield. Ocean State up 8-0 here. And now everybody's coming off the field here for the Ocean State. I didn't hear anybody call a timeout. And that's the end of the first half. Ocean State with 8-0 lead. Bulldogs get the ball to start the second half when we come back. We're on YouTube and on the live stream. Start of the second half, everybody. The Ocean State Bluehawks lead the New England Bulldogs 8-0 here from West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. This one's picked up about the 23-yard line. Number 2 taking it. Cut to the outside, finding blocks. Leading defender is all the way down near midfield, about the 48-yard line. So good starting field position for the New England Bulldogs on their third drive of the game. And 8-0, Ocean State, the lone score of the game, coming by way of Curtis Dowers, throwing a pick six to Brian Torres on the Bulldogs' first drive of the game. It looked like a promising drive as well. Just didn't end the way we hoped. Once again, they'll have a chance here to tie this game at 8. The touchdown, a 2-point conversion. And they'll start with the ball right at midfield. Ball is officially at the 50-yard line. First down, Bulldogs at the 50. Now Dowers in the backfield. Dowers in the shotgun. Jakarian Brown in the backfield. Hand off here to Brown. Brown right up the middle. And he will get about 3 yards on that play. So again, the offensive, you want to talk about the offensive drives for both these teams. Ocean State, they haven't really done much on offense. They got all the way down to the 4-yard line. And we will get to the story after this injury timeout. Start the second half. It was number 11 who walked off the field on his own power for the Ocean State Bluehawks. That's always a good sign. We hope for the best for him. Nothing too serious. Back to the action here. It is second down. And about 7, hand off here to Brown again. Cutting to the outside. And trying to get back inside, and he will be brought down. It's going to be third down here for the Bulldogs now on this third drive for them here in this game. Two drives, no points for the New England Bulldogs. First one led to the pick six by Brian Torres, who said gives the lone score of the game thus far. Second one led to a fourth down failure. Oh, I tried to reword it, but the word is, but they didn't convert on fourth down, pretty much. And now here the third down at the 41-yard line. Can they get something going here to tie this game at 8 here as we start the second half? And Dowers is in the shotgun, and once again it's Jakarian Brown in the backfield. With third and about 1 here. Dowers is going to throw on third short. Going down the field as a man. The pass is incomplete. Number 81 was open. He had the catch, and he just let it go right through his hands. So once again, it'll be fourth down for the Bulldogs, and let's see if they go for it here. 0 for 1 thus far on fourth down. That's a big miss for the Bulldogs there on third down and 1. Let's see if they run the football here. You see Chris Duarte there on the field trying to tell his guys what they need to do here on fourth down as the Bulldogs will go for it again. They don't have their kicker, Albie Schwimmer. He's not here today. So they will go for it on fourth down and 1 here from the 41-yard line. Dowers will be in the shotgun again. And they blow the whistle, they blow the play dead. And it's an offside, it's a first down for the Bulldogs. But again, the question is why do they continue to do that? Why do they not let the play run? It could have been a free play for the Bulldogs. They could have put some points up on the board. Instead, they do get the first down, but it is by way of penalty, a 5-yard penalty. Put the ball at the 35-yard line. Bulldogs on top, 8-0. And they just gave up a huge penalty there. Make it first down for the Bulldogs out the 36-yard line. Dowers going to hand off here, number 2. Cut it to the outside again. And he'll get some extra yards. Looks like he might be near another first down here. Well, near the 30. So about to actually be able to get a 6 or be second down to 4. So again, that was a huge penalty there for the Blue Hawk defense. They had, looks like they were going to make the stop there on fourth down, and they gave them 5 free yards. In fact, I'm sure that's what they were trying to avoid doing there. Now the Bulldogs are backing up. And they're moving the ball back here as well. I didn't see any penalties. And they put the ball back at the 48-yard line, that is. And a handoff here on first down, excuse me. Number 15 taking the carry there. We just saw a first down carry for number 15. And now the ball is at the 39-yard line. They put it back to the 48, gain of 9 there on that carry there by number 15. 8-0, Ocean State on top of the New England Bulldogs here in this third quarter. 4 receiver set here for the Bulldogs, 2 at each top and bottom of your screen. And I'll hand off here to Brown. Kerry Brown finds a hole up the middle. Kerry Brown still going in, finally brought down near the 25-yard line. That's a first down for the Bulldogs to get deeper into Ocean State territory. Once again, try to tie this game here in the third. That's another first down for the Bulldogs. Ball is inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line here of Ocean State. Towers in a shotgun again here on first down. And Kerry Brown once again in the backfield. 2 in motion. They're going to hand it off here to number 2. And he is brought down after a gain of just a couple. Once again, another promising drive here for the New England Bulldogs here on offense. The last 2 have got nothing going for them, unfortunately. First one lets again the pick 6 by Brian Torres, and the other one was a 4th down that they could not convert. Look at something do here. Look at do something here now. Second down. A short gain there on the end around by number 2. Now number 2 is lined up outside. You see middle of your screen. Towers hands off here to Selig. Selig up the middle. And he'll get a nice chunk of yardage there near the, looks to be near the 15-yard line. And it will be third down for the Bulldogs once again. Once again, early on this drive, folks, the Bulldogs were facing a 4th down. It was a 4th and about 1. And a 5-yard false start penalty on the Bluehawks gave the Bulldogs a fresh set of downs. So the drive continues here. They look to once again tie this game. Down 8-0 here in the third quarter. Both teams do have a turnover, but the one turnover by the Bulldog offense led to the touchdown for the Ocean State defense. And that's where we stand right now. Third down for the Bulldogs. Towers throws to the sideline, passes caught. It's Collins. Keenan Collins making the catch. Let's see, give him the first, and they will. First down, Bulldogs. Another big conversion there for the Bulldogs. So to keep the drive alive, it's been a very long drive here to start the second half. Ball just outside, looks like to be just outside the 10. Call it about the 11-yard line. First down and 10 at the 11. And a handoff here to Selig. Selig carrying defenders, diving for the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Selig taking it himself. About 11 yards out. And it is an 8-6 game here in West Roxbury. Selig made a few big plays on defense to start this game off, and now he has made it so that the Bulldogs have a chance to tie this game at 8. Once again, Albie Schwimmer, the kicker, is not here, and nonetheless, it wouldn't matter. They had to go for 2 here anyway because this is to tie the game at 8. Dowers in the shotgun, Brown in the backfield. Here for the 2-point conversion. Jeremy coming to motion. Dowers going to take himself into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. And we are tied at 8 here in West Roxbury. And that is number 15 who actually took it in for the Bulldogs. It was not Dowers. But nonetheless, we have a tie game here in the 3rd quarter. More to come when we come back right here on YouTube and on the live stream. We are tied at 8 here in West Roxbury. The Bosch State Bluehawks, New England Bulldogs, and a return here out to about the 40-yard line for the Bluehawks, excuse me. And Nick Selleck scoring the touchdown for the Bulldogs. Number 15 taking it in for the 2-point conversion on the QB sneak. And that's where we stand right now. Let's see if the Bluehawks offense can come back out and get something going. Again, this offense has not got much of anything going here in this game thus far. It's been their defense that got them in this one. And they will start at about the 40-yard line. They're going to retake the lead. We're tied at 8 here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. New England Bulldogs and the Ocean State Bluehawks. Two running backs in the backfield on 1st down. And Duarte hands off here. And gets a gain of just a few there, maybe 3 or 4. So if you're just joining us, where have you been, folks? It's been a very exciting game for the most part because I'll try to zoom in here for the live streamers. Doing my best here. It's very tough to do anything here with gloves that don't have the touch thing on it. Once again, folks, if you're just joining us here, you missed quite a few big plays here. Ocean State's first drive started with, they got themselves to a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Wound up being a 4th and goal at the 30, and Duarte wound up throwing an interception on 4th and goal. On the next drive, Curtis Dowers threw an interception to Brian Torres, which was returned all the way for a touchdown. 2-point conversion made 8-0. Just moments ago, Nick Selleck scoring with number 15 for the Bulldogs, getting in for the 2-point conversion to make it an 8-0 game. That's where we stand here in the 3rd quarter. And big loss there. I'm not sure what was happening. All I saw is that the Bulldogs were bringing heavy blitz there. Looks like number 1, Neil Jeremy, who has a couple catches here on offense for the Bulldogs, making a big play there on defense. The long 3rd down here for Ocean State. Again, folks, as I mentioned, their offense hasn't got anything done here. The only reason that this game is tied is because of their defense. The long 3rd down here coming up for Ocean State. Third down and long here. Ball was back at about the 35. So it looks like about 3rd down and 15. And the Bulldogs will call a timeout, trying to make a stop here on 3rd and 15 when we come back. 3rd down and 15 coming up here for the Bluehawks. Tied it here in the 3rd. Duarte. Pressure rolling out. And stepping up, chucking it down the field. Pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jay Profit. And another big play here for the Bulldog defense. Stalling yet another Ocean State Bluehawk drive. And Jason Profit coming away with the interception. Blue Bulldog offense coming out when we come back. Jay Profit, who, by the way, shared quarterback snaps with Chris Duarte in their time with the Bulldogs back in 2024, comes away with a big interception here in the third quarter. Tied at 8 in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. And the snap here is low. Dowers has to get rid of it. That's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who has it. No signal yet. Wait for the call here. And it is Bulldog football. A big break there for the Bulldogs. Again, Dowers couldn't handle the snap. But the rest of the initial signal is that it is. And there's again Bulldog football. So they do fall back on top of it. Not the first time that Dowers has lost the snap there. They're lucky to get this one back. Of course, they lost the big chunky yards. It'll be second down here for the Bulldogs. And the big interception by Jason Profit. The second one thrown by Duarte here in this game. Let's see if their offense can capitalize. Second down here. That was a head off here to Brown. Brown spinning away from a tackler. What a run here by Jakarian Brown. And he'll get to about the 40. Well, let's wait to see what the marker says. Well, it is going to be third down here for the Bulldogs. Ball out the 40-yard line. So it'll be third down for the Bulldogs. Trying to convert after the interception by Jay Profit. Three receiver set bottom of your screen here on third down for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 40-yard line. Dowers. Pressure, throws, the pass is caught. There's Jeremy. And Jeremy breaking off one tackle, breaking off another, and out of bounds at the 45. It's another big conversion here for the Bulldogs on third down. And the drive stays alive as they try to take their first lead of the day. Officially placed the ball there at the 44-yard line. That's where they say Jeremy stepped out of bounds. We got another huge conversion for the Bulldogs there on third down. And now it's first down. Ball is at the Ocean State 44. Our number 19 is coming to motion here. And Dowers will hand off here to Brown. And Jakarian Brown diving forward for an extra couple yards. And ring up second down here. So again, we are tied at 8. First touchdown came by way of a pick six by Brian Torres for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Second touchdown by way of Nick Selig running in from 11 yards out. And a 2-point conversion to tie this game at 8 here in the third. Second drive here for the Bulldogs here in this third quarter. Trying to take their first lead of the game. Now Selig here in the backfield here on second down. Dowers throws to the sideline. It's Jeremy once again with a catch. Going down the sideline, there goes Daniil Jeremy and out of bounds. But after a big play for another first down for the New England Bulldogs. And now we have a flag fly in after the play. Let's check the marker. Have any extracurriculars after the play? And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. We are tied today here at West Roxbury. Get ready for an action-packed fourth quarter when we come back right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Start of the fourth and final quarter, buddy. We are tied today here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's the Ocean State Bluehawks. And the New England Bulldogs as Dowers throws off his back foot, passes knocked to the air and hits the ground, incomplete. Dangerous pass there by Curtis Dowers, who already has a pick six in his game. And marker reads first down here. So it should be switched to second down. They put the ball down at the 35-yard line. Tied today here. Bulldogs looking to take their first lead of the game. And now it's second down. So there you go. Now they fixed it. And we are tied today here at West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's the second game. The New England Football League's first ever spring season. Second out of 10, Jacarian Brown in the backfield. Curtis Dowers in the shotgun. Dowers throws, passes, caught. The number 30, who's wearing a gray jersey. One of the two guys wearing gray jerseys here for the Bulldogs. And he'll get a big gain, gets near the 25-yard line. That should be close to a first if he doesn't have it. Ball officially now at the 24-yard line, so that is a first. Actually, they reached third. Marker reached third down. Thought they had the ball second and 10 at the 35. All right, so third down here for the Bulldogs. Dowers pops, chucking it to the end zone. Has a man. The pass is caught. Touchdown, New England. Keenan Collins, his first as a New England Bulldog. And they capitalized off the interception, and they have their first lead of the night. It is now 14-8. That's Collins' fourth catch of the night, his first touchdown. And the Bulldogs take the lead. 14 unanswered points now. Looks like they're going to go for two here. Again, they do not have their kicker, Albie Schwimmer, here with them. Look at number 19, who actually looked like it was. I thought it was 15 who had scored the two-point conversion. It looks like number 19. He's in there. There's two-point conversion attempt. And they can hand off here number 30. Cutting away from defenders. And let's see. He's going to be close, and he's going to get in for the two-point conversion. New England Bulldogs now have a 16-8 lead over the Ocean State Bluehawks here in West Roxbury. So in kickoff when we come back. 16 unanswered points for the New England Bulldogs. They have the 16-8 lead here in the fourth quarter. Here from West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts, over the expansion Ocean State Bluehawks. A big return here for the Bluehawks, getting it out to the 35-yard line. So we talked about it before. We talked about it all game long, folks. The New England Bulldogs offense has shined, or outshined, that is, the Ocean State Bluehawks offense. And they just showed it there on their, what was their fourth drive. After a pick six and a failed fourth down conversion on the first two, they've scored two touchdowns on their last two drives. Nick Selig, first score for the Bulldogs here in 2026. And then that touchdown pass from Curtis Dowers to Keenan Collins. Giving the Bulldogs their first lead, they capitalized, though it was the second interception by Chris Duarte in this game. Now it's time for the Bluehawks to try and do something here. They try to make a comeback as they call for an offensive lineman. Need somebody out there. It's a big man number 37 there coming out for the Bluehawks. 16-8 here in the fourth. And the Bluehawks call a timeout. Now 2 timeouts left, down by 8 here. 16-8 is your score. The New England Bulldogs lead the Ocean State Bluehawks. You got 3 running backs in the backfield here. And they're going to pitch it out here to 27. And he is going to be wrapped up way in the backfield. And once again, Nick Selig coming up with another big play on defense. He's been all over the place here tonight for the Bulldogs. Being up for very long. Let's see, it'll be second down here. Very long second down. Ball is way back at the 26-yard line. Ocean State struck first with the pick 6 by Brian Torres. Bulldogs have bounced back with 16 consecutive points, including a touchdown on their last drive from Curtis Dowers to Keenan Collins. And that's where we stand right now. It's like a new Duarte going to take off himself. Breaking off 1 tackle and Bronley ball down at about the 29. Only gets about 4 yards on that carry. Bring up 3rd down here for the Bluehawks. Ball at the 30-yard line. 3rd down coming up here for the Bluehawks. Had a couple of big conversions here early on in this game, including on their first drive when they had that 3rd down and 17 conversion on the 27-yard pass play number 27, who made a one-handed catch. Third and long here, ball at the 30. Need to get near midfield for a first. And the Bulldogs will spend their second timeout here in the second half. It's a long 3rd down here for the Ocean State Bluehawks, down 16-8 here in the 4th quarter against the New England Bulldogs here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Number 23 in the backfield here for the Bluehawks. Duarte in the shotgun. And Duarte pressured, going down the field, has a man that passes out of reach. Brian Torres, who had the pick 6 and the lone score of the game for the Bluehawks, just out of his fingers. So bring up a 4th down and long here for Ocean State, and down by 8 here in the 4th. Do you think they're going to go for it here? I think that's exactly what they're going to do. And you see they're up there waving his arm in circular motion. Means keep running that clock. Getting very frigid out here tonight in West Roxbury. Temperatures again in the 40s. Might have dropped to the 30s. I have no idea. There we go. 4th down here for the Bluehawks. Down by 8. Duarte. Pressure rolling out. Throws and the pass is caught. Number 6 with the catch, and that's a big first down for the Bluehawks into Bulldog territory. Alexander Rodriguez Jr., who was really shining in pregame. His first catch of the game, and it's a big one for the Bluehawks. Big fourth down conversion, big first down. Officially at the Bulldog 48-yard line. Bluehawks staying alive after that fourth down conversion. The first down here at the Bulldog 48-yard line, down by 8 here in the fourth. And Duarte's got to take it himself here, and he will go down at the 49. Lost the yard on that one. We'll continue to run here once again, folks, and the Bluehawks, we can still, if not all three, at least 2 of their timeouts left, so no urgency just yet. We still have a little bit of time where they can make something happen. Again, folks, we have no idea how much time is left here in this fourth quarter. But we will let you know once we get to the 2-minute warning. Nice put the ball back in midfield, so it's a loss of 2 on that carry there by Duarte. Trying to lead the team to a fourth quarter comeback here, maybe even force overtime, depending on how much time we have left here. We're now at second down at about 12. Rodriguez in motion. They're going to hand it out to Rodriguez, and he's in trouble. Wrapped up, still going. But he is way back in the backfield, way back at the 42-yard line. That's a 7-yard loss. Big loss on that play there by the Bluehawks. Well, let's check the marker and see if it's third down. It is. You see the marker there. It is third down and very long now. Back-to-back loss. Back-to-back plays that have resulted in negative yardage. But now the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them if they want to even try to tie this game. A long way to go here. Third down in a minivan. Ball's way back near the 45. Duarte rolling out, steps up, and he is gonna take off, and he's gonna go down inside the 45 at the 47. And Duarte needs some help getting up, but he's okay. Glad to see that's a big sign there. That's a big sigh of relief there for the Ocean State Bluehawks. Seeing their owner and star quarterback get up on his own power. It's gonna be fourth down here. Duarte comes to the sideline. And it looks like Ocean State's got a punt here for the second time today. You would think in this situation they'd be going for it here down by 8 with only a little bit of time left. But they're deciding they're going to elect to punt it here. I'll show you here, folks. Got a couple guys going back deep for the Bulldogs, excuse me. It'll be the second punt of the night here for Ocean State. Oh, it's a fake. Thrown down the sideline. Pass is incomplete. Bluehawks tried to fake the punt. Unfortunately, they're unable to convert. Bulldogs take over up by 8 here in the fourth when we come back. Bulldogs take over with an 8-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Now with a chance to chew up some clock maybe and put this game away with a score. Will be the third consecutive drive on offense if they can get it done. Dowers over the middle. Passes low for number 30, incomplete. As of right now, that does stop the clock, which the Bulldogs should be avoiding what they're trying to do. Ref's checking their clocks here, and I gotta say, run that clock. See him waving his arm in a circular motion, so we continue to run the clock here. Once again, chance here for the Bulldogs to chew up this clock. So really, they should be giving the ball off to the 2025 leading rusher here, Jakarian Brown. Bowers remains in the shotgun here, second out of 10. Holds at the 47. And now they're going to hand it off to Brown. Jakarian Brown right up the middle. Shoved off the defender, dragging him now, and he will be pushed out of bounds inside the 40, about the 37-yard line. Now let's see if they give him the first. Market's going to reach second down here. And once again, ref waving his arm, circular motion, means run that clock. Nearing the end of this one, Bulldogs looking to just chew up the rest of this clock, put this one away. Come up with an opening victory here in this first ever spring NFL season. And I can head off here to Brown again. Jakarian Brown, there he goes. Out of bounds, inside, looks like inside the 25. And now we have a flag out off camera. And now you see number 70 here waving goodbye. Can't come near his conclusion. Bulldogs have scored on their last two drives, including the go-ahead score. Curtis Dowers finding Keenan Collins. Each team successful on their 2-point tries. Ocean State 1 for 1, New England 2 for 2. So actually, it took up a big chunk of yards there by Brown. And now we're getting the call. It's a hold on the offense. And it's offsetting penalties. We have an illegal contact against the Bluehawks. It's a hold against the Bulldogs. So the run by Brown basically didn't happen. And it's still a 16-8 game here in the fourth quarter here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Well, while we have them on, folks, let's talk about week number 2 in the New England Football League spring season. We will be back here in Boston next week as the Boston Chargers search for win number 1. They'll take on the Middlesex 49ers from East Boston Memorial Stadium. Look forward to being there for that one, hopefully. We had some rain earlier in the week for this one. We were worried might be some rain in the forecast, but Mother Nature was good to us, and there's no rain here today in West Roxbury. Just very cold. As we transition from winter to spring, well, what I like to call it, fake spring. It is still very cold, both in the morning and at night. Middle of the day, well, it depends. We're hearing about a chance of snow coming either tomorrow night or Monday night. But it's only supposed to be about an inch or so. Looks like we're ready to get back to the action here. 16-8, Steelers scored. The New England Bulldogs lead the Ocean State Bluehawks. Power still in the shotgun of number 2 in motion. They're going to give it out number 2 on a handoff. Trying to do something here, and he is brought down. They're a short gain. The clock will continue to run here. But now it's third down for the Bulldogs. They got to get a first down here, potentially ice this one. $16-8 is your score. The New England Bulldogs on top of the Ocean State Bluehawks here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. And the Bluehawks will spend a timeout. Looks like a little miscommunication, a little confusion there on the bench. Big third down here for the Bulldogs, up by 8 here in the latter half of the fourth quarter. And actually, it's a fourth down here for the Bulldogs. Dowers hands off to Brown. Brown needs to get to the first down. And it looks like he will. Jakarian Brown breaking off tackles, bringing guys with him, still going, and finally ripped out of bounds near the 30. And the ref just officially signals that the first down, and that might be the coup de grace. Now we have reached the 2-minute warning here in West Roxbury. Back in a sec. 2-minute warning here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The New England Bulldogs on top. Dowers to the end zone. Has a man. The pass is incomplete. It was a free play anyway, but the pass intended for Hanil Jeremy, who already has 4 catches in this game. It's an offside against the Bluehawks. And the Bulldogs, despite having the lead and the ball with under 2 minutes left now, are throwing. You would think the Curtis Dowers would take a couple knees here and they walk away with the victory here tonight. Corey, it depends where that game is. Where is the game against the Cardinals and Ducks? And then under 2 minutes left here. 16-8 New England Bulldogs. Try to put this one away. They had the ball at the 20-yard line now after the offside. So they didn't get the touchdown from Hanil Jeremy. Even though he was wide open, he beat the defender. Just pass was overthrown. Just couldn't get to it. And Dowers fakes. Going to the sideline. Pass is caught. And there's Jeremy now again with the catch. This time makes that catch. Out of bounds. Stops the clock again. It looks like the Bulldogs, they're just trying to run up the scoreboard at this point. You know, they're up by 8. They can just walk away with a... It was a close victory. It will be a close victory for them nonetheless. But it looks like they're not done. They don't want to put hammer to the nail, or whatever the expression is. They want to keep running up the score here. Up by 8. Under 2 left. Nick Selig in the backfield here once again here. It's now first down for the Bulldogs. The catch by Jeremy and hand off here to Selig. And Selig is wrapped up in the backfield at about the 11-yard line. And the white hat has been lifted. This game is over. Final score from here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The New England Bulldogs defeat the Ocean State Bluehawks 16-8. For the Ocean State Bluehawks, for the New England Bulldogs, for the New England Football League, I'm Stephen Err. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for turning out tonight, folks. We'll see you next time.